let's have a little discussion. Hold on. Hello. Hello. Hey, sorry everyone for the inconvenience. I really apologize. So let's have a little discussion about CalTPA Cycle 1. At this point, we've gone through all the cycles. And so I think the best way to spend our time together is for me to maybe answer any questions that you might have and try to take that route. And if you don't want to take that route, then I can just kind of do a recap of everything. And even before I see there are two hands up now. So what I'll do before I start with Brendan and then Simon, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you know that when you do your recording for step 2, you have to record the same class, okay? Because there are these different video clips due. There's video clip 1, video clip 2, and video clip 3. These clips have to all be the same, of the same class. You can't videotape one class and then videotape another class and then videotape a different class. They all have to be the same class, okay? And I think you all know that because we discussed that, but I wanted to just bring that up and to reiterate that point. And if you do one long video, let's say you videotape for 40 minutes, then you're going to be grabbing out 3 different 5-minute videos. Is that clear for everyone? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or say expand. Okay, I see a lot of thumbs up. Okay, so cool. Here's what I'm gonna do and thank you for that, guys. I really appreciate that. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna start with Brendan and then Simon and then Alexis, and then let's have some questions, and maybe these questions will help everyone sort of unpack a little better. So Brendan, how are you doing, brother? Talk to me.
I'm doing pretty good. I think I might, I don't know, there was sort of a hiccup with like basically I might have to wait to get a placement till second semester, but in that scenario, like, will the mentor teacher help guide me through making sure that I'm on task in completing cycles 1 and 2 of the CalTPA, like making sure that I am on track? And
Yep. And you know what, Brendan, you have my number, you have my email. It just hit me up too, and I'll be there to help to make certain you're on track also, okay? Right, I'm your humble servant, and this will be my job. So whenever you get your placement, all you got to do is hook up with me, and I'll make sure that you're moving forward in a positive vein, okay?
All right. Yeah, that was sort of my main concern, because I know I haven't gotten a placement yet, and I just didn't want to fall behind, especially like, I think next semester for Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday, it's from like 4 to 6:45, which is fine, like for a class, but then the Thursday class that I have to do is from like, I think 5:30 to 8:15. So that's sort of
okay. Well, don't worry about that. Tell you what, let's talk offline, Brendan. Why don't you hit me up with an email, and then you and I will work together on that, okay? But I got you, brother. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and thank you. Thank you so much for your voice. I appreciate it, brother Simon. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. I had a question about step 1. I was working on my focus student descriptions.
Okay.
And in there, like for the English language learner, it says ELD goals. I'm just not quite sure what to put there. Like, are our focus students supposed to already have ELD goals that we consult with our master teacher? Or are we supposed to like?
They're supposed to have those goals already if they have them. Now, if they don't have them, then you can indicate very clearly that there are no goals set forth for the student, lay that out in your information. But those you talk with your master teacher, and they will help you know what those goals are, and then you incorporate them based on that conversation.
Okay.
All
I
right.
think, okay. Thank you.
Oh, no. Go right ahead, Simon. I don't want to cut you off.
No, I don't know that my MT is going to know about that. So in the event that there are no ELD goals, we can just say that in the TPA, like there's no established goals for the student.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay. Okay,
Thank you.
Simon, but make sure you check with your MT, okay?
Will do. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, thank you, brother. Alexis, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Nice to hear your voice.
So my question is, with the video, is there a requirement of how many students have to be in it? Because I did my video and with like COVID and my class being a really small class in general, I was only able to have like 3 students in the video. Is there a requirement for how many? Because you can see those 3
No,
students.
it just reads that but the candidate and the students must be seen engaging in synchronous instructions in the video. And they just say, it just reads the candidate and the students. So if that's all the students you have, then that's all the students you have. Just make sure
Okay.
that those students are visible, and make sure you're visible, and you're good to go. Okay.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay. Nice hearing your voice, Alexis. Lacey, hook me up. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
So my question is, basically my videos I'm going to be taking probably that week that the,
Lacey, I sure apologize, but you're bouncing like crazy. In fact, I think you're frozen now.
hello?
Lacey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, try again. You just came back. Talk to me.
Okay, my question is that my videotaping may take place that final week that we're supposed to turn it in. Is it possible that I turn it in a couple of days past the 18th?
Oh yeah, that's totally
Okay.
cool, Lace. That's all good.
Okay,
Okay.
and then my last question is, do the videos have to be taken on the same day? Or can they be from different days?
They can be from different days, but it must be the same class.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, Lace. Nice hearing your voice. Nina, look at you. You got flowers in your hair.
I just put on a filter. My question is regarding the standards. So I know that we have to have the Common Core standards and like subject standards and then the English learning standards. When we give them to the students, they're not the objectives, right? So we have our content objective, but they don't have to include the standards. Am I right?
They should be related to the standards.
Okay.
Okay. They imagine them going hand in hand, being girlfriend and boyfriend, or you see what I'm saying? That relationship is, they're connected to the standards. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Coolness. Nice to see you, Nina.
Good to see you too.
All right. It's so funny because I have a cousin named Nina. That's my favorite cousin. So every time I see your name, I think about my cousin Nina. So anyway, any other questions that I can entertain for anyone? Okay, and then I'll throw this out.
Oh, actually, I do have one more question.
Okay.
I think it's for the templates for, I think steps 2, 3, and 4. Do you know if you'll be able to email those out? I know you already, like earlier this semester, you emailed us the templates for like for step 1.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have it for like steps 2, 3, and 4, if there's any. I think there is for 3 and 4, but maybe not step 2.
Okay. Tell you what. So what I'll do is, if anyone, I'll send them out again. How about that? I'll send out all the templates again one more time for steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay.
Yeah, that would be Fantastic. Thank you.
Sweetie pie. Thank you, Brother Brendan. Jorge, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Talk to me, brother.
So I have a question in regards to part A,
Okay.
where we have to address the prior knowledge of each focus student,
Okay.
right? So when I did mine, most of the information is basically the same, except there's some differences, obviously, depending on the child. Is it okay to repeat the same thing from focus student 1 and focus student 2?
So you're saying the prior knowledge for focus student 1, 2, and 3 are all the same?
They're all very similar. So
Okay.
it kind of sounds like I'm repeating myself. Is that okay?
You know what? When you do your write-up, make that, just kind of tease that out for the reader. Just say something like, here I'm listing my, my prior knowledge of the students, and you may find a similarity between the 3 students. However, just make it very clear for the reader. Like you just said it to me, bring that out in your writing. Does that make sense?
A little bit.
Okay, you say a little bit. What's not clear about it?
Like you want me to specify that a lot of the 3 focus students are going to be very similar in the prior knowledge?
You can specify that. Yeah, you specify that, lay it out in your writing. You're telling me that you're going to share prior knowledge about these students, and their prior knowledge is pretty much all the same, correct?
Right.
Okay, so when you write that up, just bring that out, bring that information out. You can say something like, they've all, attended school, they've all come to class, we've gone all the materials together, so their prior knowledge is going to be the same. Just sort of bring that out in your language.
Okay.
Is that helping you, George?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And that's one thing I want to talk about and thank you, Brother George, for your voice. And Madeline, give me a few minutes. I'll be with you. There are 2 things. When you do your writing, anything that you think is not clear or anything that you need to share with your reader, bring it out in your writing. Anything that you think might confuse them or doesn't make sense, use your writing to tease it out. And that helps the reader understand. Just make sure your reader doesn't have to guess or wonder what you're saying or whatever kind of message you want to get across. And the second thing is, in your video clips, when you do, step 2 and you do your annotations, annotate the heck out of that video. The more annotations you do, the better. The annotations are going to be what the viewer uses to help clearly understand your video. And the more annotations you do, the more you lay things out, the better. That's why they tell you you can use, once you drop your videos in, then those annotations come up. You can use those things as many times as you want. Is everyone there? Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I just lost you for a minute. You can use those annotations as much as you want. And I encourage you to annotate the heck out of those videos. That's where you have a safety zone, and that's where you're going to get points. And that's where the viewer is going to understand every aspect of your video. You can start off with here at 3.29. You can see that I am blah, 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 blah. Or you can see that the student is blah, 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 blah. And at 4.0, you can tell that blah, 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 blah. Just lay it out and don't be afraid, okay? Use your annotations to your advantage. Madeline, how are you, young lady? Thank you for being patient.
Hi, I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that.
So my question is because one of my professors told me that we can do the CalTPA, so the writing and everything in Spanish, since my focus is in Spanish. So I just want to make sure that we can do that.
This is a very good question. And I can't see why you can't or shouldn't be able to do that in Spanish. However, let me do some intense digging before I say, oh, yeah, that's right. I just want to make sure. So will you do me a favor, Madeline? Will you send me an email at qrobinson, ROBINSON at fullerton.edu and ask me that question again, and I'm going to have the answer for you with a 100% certainty. I know I'm leaning towards 97% yes, but I don't want to, I just want to make that 100% yes. So you hit me with an email and I'll have an answer for you on first thing Monday. Is that good for you?
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Madeline. Thank you for your voice, okay? Are there any other questions or concerns I can entertain? Okay, so I'll throw this question out to you. How is everyone doing? Are you feeling safe? Are you writing well? How are your videos going? Does anyone want to talk with me about that? And Brendan, I'm gonna talk to Jocelyn real fast and I'll run over to you. How about that, brother?
Okay.
Thank you so much, Brendan. Jocelyn, how are you?
Well, I'm not doing so good, but I'm here to listen for advice.
Okay.
So I've been really working on my lesson plan, and I have two different mentor teachers that have two different ways of doing lesson plans. So it seems like every time I brought something, it wasn't like quite adequate. And so I practiced my lesson plan, a rough kind of like quick, like 7-minute intro. And today I filmed it, but my phone died and it didn't save.
Oh, mio Dios. Oh my goodness.
So I don't think I can do the same lesson. What would be your advice? And I feel like right now I just feel really unprofessional, and I feel like I shouldn't be a teacher after this. So
you stop that, Jocelyn. Stop that. You know what? I want you to know you are not the only person who has had and experienced these pitfalls. If I shared with you everyone who experienced pitfalls, you'd be amazed. So Jocelyn, do not speak that language to me. You are here, you're good, and we're going to get you through this. And here's what I want to do with you, Jocelyn. You have my email address, right?
Yes.
Okay, what I want you to do is hit me up. You and I, we're going to work together offline, okay?
Okay.
And
that sounds great.
And I'm going to help you through this, okay?
I appreciate that. Thanks.
No, it's my pleasure. Talk to me.
What should be my next step? Because this just happened. So
what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to, in layman terms, get back on the horse. You're going to have to go out there and film again. And no, I would recommend you do the same lesson. You did it once. Now you're just doing it again, and you can almost perfect it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. The thing is, like, this would be like my third time in front of them. And the weird thing is that today I was like, all right, everyone, just let you know, we're going to film a video of like for my CalTPA, which is the teacher performance, and just be as normal as possible. So there's only like one student that was really normal, which was luckily my focus student. But then at the end, right when my teacher was going to stop the video, but my phone died, they were clapping. And I was like, oh no, why are they clapping? So I'm wondering if anyone else has experienced that too, or like if they have any advice, like how to like, should I just not let them know that I feel like I have to legally let them know, but that was also like a weird thing that happened.
Yeah. Let them know they're being filmed and just do it again. Just do it again. Hey, you might want to bring some pizza for them next time, but just do it again. That's it. That's all you can do. Okay.
Okay. I
And
will.
Jocelyn, so why don't you hit me up, offline, and then let's talk and let's unpack this some more. Okay.
Okay. That sounds great.
And then I
Thank you.
want to encourage you. You're going to be fine. Okay.
I hear you. I'm just scared professionally what would happen after this.
Yeah, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. All right. And I look forward to hearing from you, and we'll build from there. Okay.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much
Okay.
for advice.
Thank you, brother Brendan. Talk to me.
I guess I wanted to let you know that I did send the email to you, just like you asked. So yeah, I guess just to put it out there real quick, I guess I'm just very stressed over like my
Okay.
capabilities of.
And I'm going to tell you, don't be stressed, brother. Don't do that. It's not necessary. The minute you get placed, okay, I'm at your service. All right. And right now, there's nothing you can do. All you can do is you could start preparing a lesson. You could start doing a little work that way, getting some things set up. That's all you can do. And the minute you get placed, hit me up and we'll work together. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. You're going to be all right. Okay.
All right, yeah, and for placements, like I already talked to Dr. Grant about it, and I think she's already working on it, but I am trying to get like a placement that's close to me so
Okay.
that transportation isn't an issue,
And-
but
and
she's
Brendan,
working on it.
Yeah, don't worry. I got you. Okay. You're good. You'll be safe. All right.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Good to hear your voice. And I'm hearing people here who's writing things like I'm stressed, but let me tell you what this is all about. When you talk about this work that you're going to do, this cycle 1, you all are already doing all of this. All you're trying to do now is capture it and share it with the people in CTC. You're just doing what you're already doing, and now you're capturing it. Don't be stressed. Don't be nervous. You all got this. You're going to kill it. This is what you do. This is your profession. You're going to be fine. I'm going to go with Nina, and then I'll swing over to Alexis. Nina, talk to me.
I'm kind of in the same boat with everyone else, I think. I'm just stressed. I only have finished part A of step 1. That's like, okay, that's done. I know that's ready. What I'm currently struggling with is that I had a content objective.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find any specific standards that really relate to that because I'm finding that, so this is a high school, but it's a beginning choir, and I'm wondering how specifically does it have to relate to the standards by grade? For example, because this is a beginning choir, they're doing things that you would probably address first in, let's say, 6th grade.
Okay.
Can I use a standard from 6th grade, PK through, or K through whatever, even though they're a 9th through 12th grade choir? Would that be okay?
That's, I mean, if you're dealing with 6th grades and you want a standard for 9th grade, that doesn't seem, that's hard to explain out to your viewer and your reader.
No, it's the opposite. So it's a 9th
Okay.
grade, 9 through 12. But what they're doing, because they're a beginning ensemble and choir, they're doing things that, like the basics, which
Okay.
technically they would have learned in, let's say, 6th grade.
Okay.
Can you use a standard from 6th grade for a high school choir? That's a beginning level.
If you do, what would be the justification for doing that? How would you justify that to your reader?
Because they are, even though they're in high school, some of the students have never done music before, so this is their first experience in music, which would correlate to some of the standards in the lower, like middle school.
You know what? If you can explain that out to your reader and make it very clear,
okay,
then the reader can go, oh, okay, I see what she's doing, and this standard, because if you can do that, and just be very clear and articulate that to your reader, I think that you can get away with that. But
Okay.
don't do it if you're not going to be able to articulate it and lay it out and make it clear for your reader, okay?
Would you happen to know what section I would probably explain why I chose to do that? Would that be in the rationale of the lesson plan?
That would be in the rationale of the lesson
Okay.
plan.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nina. Alexis.
So my question for my second question, it relates to the video annotations.
Okay.
So I remember when the guest speaker came in to show he did it on Excel, I believe. Do we have to use Excel, or can we just use like a Word doc and then put like timestamp and then which like of the annotations it is, or does it have to be like, is there a specific way it has to?
From what I understand, once you drop the video into the window, then the annotations are going to appear. And when they appear, they'll give you a format on how to do that. Does that make sense for you? From what I understand, when the guest speaker, he was saying that he did his initially on a spreadsheet before he dumped them into the CTC portal. Does that make sense to you? He laid it all out so he could just cut and paste.
So he did his annotations in a spreadsheet prior to
Exactly.
turning it into into CTC.
Exactly. And then from what I understand, when he dumped his video into the official window, then he cut and paste all of his stuff from that spreadsheet into the designed box that CTC had.
Okay. So he was kind of like giving himself easier work because CTC has a specific way of doing those annotations when we upload it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And that's what I was saying. I believe our CTC yeah, I was saying that's why I was saying you might want to do your annotations before. And then when you dump your video into the window, then you go from there.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Okay, that clears up a lot.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Are there any other questions? Any other concerns? Any thoughts? How is everybody feeling? And isn't this freaking amazing? And it's like in 2 days, we're gonna be out of October. I mean, who would have thunk it, you know? I'm gonna come back to you, Brother Brendan. I'm gonna go with Michelle, and then I'm gonna go with Nicholas, and then I'm gonna swing back to Brendan. Is that cool?
Understood, yes.
Thank you so much. Michelle, talk to me. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. And I apologize if there's dog barking. They may,
Oh, we love dogs. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, we have a guy at our door. So anyway, I'll try to make it quick. In fact, I'm gonna step on my patio. I knew it would happen right when I'm talking to you. So apologies. Anyway, so I recorded, and the discussion portion of my recording shows me calling on students to read. So in this class, the norm is to read as a group.
Okay.
Teacher, I read, we call on students to read in between, and that's just how we do things. The students don't read at home outside of class. It's a 9th grade ELA.
Okay.
So, but both of our Cal State Fullerton instructors have kind of said, really not cool to call on students to read, though we know that the students we're calling on are the stronger readers and wouldn't mind. So can I essentially just write around that and explain that? Is it okay to be calling on students in a video? What's your advice?
You know what? I don't see CTC being upset because you called on students to read. I can't see that being a problem. There is nothing that I've read that indicates that you're not allowed to call on students to read. However, what I would do is, again, I would put in the annotations, use your annotations to explain why you're calling on your students to read out loud. You just said that they don't read at home. Now, this is an opportunity for you to engage your students in reading, and for you as an instructor to monitor and to check on their reading to see where they are. Bring that out in your annotations.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. And I can definitely
yeah.
sure that wasn't a, some kind of automatic fail to be calling.
No, I cannot. There's nothing I've read that would indicate that is a fail. Trust me. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, Michelle, nice hearing your voice.
Thank you so much.
Brother Nicholas, how are you today?
I'm hanging in there. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
I'm well. Thank you for asking.
I had a question about the lesson plan template, part B.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the areas when we plug in our standards that we're going to be covering. So since we are single subject credential candidates, when it says on the template, California content standards and or frameworks, is that where we plug in the standards for our specific content area?
Exactly. And are you using their lesson plan template? You're going to use theirs?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Just plug your standards in there. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and then obviously the content learning goals, those are like the objectives we would put on our lesson. And okay, and I have another question about the ELD portion, if I could just be real quick.
Yeah, take your time.
So my focus student 1, I think I've mentioned this to you before, but my focus student 1 has been fully exited from EL, but was formerly EL, but she tested out. So now in the templates where we talk about our lesson, the getting to know your students, when we describe our focus students, like this question was kind of asked by another person today, but on the getting to know your students, where it says ELD goals, I put this student has been fully exited and holds a status of reclassified fluent English proficient and has no goals. But getting back to the lesson plan template, I did plug in some ELD standards that my lesson should be addressing for this student. And then I put, and then ELD learning goals. I go, I put a couple of goals that I was aiming to address in my lesson for this particular lesson plan. I mean, what does that sound like? That would be okay too?
Yep, that sounds like that'd be just fine, brother. And you know, the more explicit you are, the more you lay things out, the better. Because what it does, again, is it speaks to your deliberate organization as a teacher. You're laying everything out, you're laying it out clearly. Your reader can engage and understand and bite into it. It speaks to you as an educator. So yeah, you're good to go, brother.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Hey, thank you for your voice. Ignacio, how are you, brother? Okay.
Oh, wait, sorry. There you go. I'm good, Dr. Robinson. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Good to hear you, brother. Talk to me.
Question. So for the page limit, do we need a cover page?
You know what? No, I don't think you need a cover. Now you're talking about on your lesson plan or on the like the 9 pages and all those different pages that you know that
any Word document or PDF document would submit. Would it need a cover page?
Nah, I don't think you need a cover page, brother. It's all you. And a cover page is. I have not read anything that insinuates or demands a cover page. And I think when you go to page counts, I think you want to use those pages and that writing wisely, and you don't want to lose it on a cover page. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would skip the cover page.
Yeah, for sure. I just wanted to get a clarification.
All right. Nice hearing your voice, brother.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Robinson. Have a good day.
You too. You have a nice weekend, my man.
Yeah.
Brother, is it Brendan? Nina, is your hand up again? No? And Michelle, are you good? Because your hand is still up, so your hand's not up?
I'm so sorry. I'm good. I'll take it down.
Okay, sweetie pie. Thank you. Brother Brendan, did you want to say something, or is your hand just still up?
Oh, no. Just, I think my final question is just, I'm not sure when you'll teach about cycle 2, but do you know when that'll be? Like, just
no, I'm going to ask you to talk with me offline on that. I'm going to be teaching that next term, but I don't know the schedule. But so don't
Oh,
don't
no
worry
problem.
about that right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think that was the last question, and I'll just wait for your response to my email. But thank you so much. I'm sorry for
no.
asking a lot.
You dare be sorry. You're awesome. Okay. Thank you. How is everyone else? Yeah. Hi, Nina. Talk to me.
Sorry, I did have my hand up again for a question.
And then Colleen, I'll take you afterwards. Talk to me, Nina.
I forgot that we could use our own lesson plan. How would we do that if we don't use their template?
You lay out your lesson plan, and your lesson plan, the one that you decide to use, there is no limit on the number of pages.
Okay. It can be anything, we just have to make sure it has the same content.
Yeah, it's your lesson plan.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use your own lesson plan, or you can use the template that they provide for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Cool, Nina. Colleen, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for asking.
My question is for like actually registering for it when we like pay the $150 and stuff. So if I'm on track to submit mine on November 18th, can I also register and pay on November 18th? Do I need to have done it already?
No, you can do it that same day.
Okay.
But one thing I've learned in the whole process is I understand that the videos load up slowly. Okay. So, just make time for that. If you're looking at loading for the 18th, I don't know, don't wait until the 18th at the last minute to do it. Do it so you have time for the videos to load, and you have time to, if you have your annotations on the side, you have time to cut and paste, or if you're going to be writing them up at that moment, just make sure you save, proper time for that whole process. Okay. Okay. Very good, Colleen. Nice hearing your voice.
Thank you.
Brother Hector, talk to me.
Hey, Dr. Robinson. So my question is, with regards to recording your lecture, is it okay if when you call on a
Hector, you're
student,
bouncing, dude, like a super ball.
can you hear
You're
me now?
bouncing.
Can you hear me now?
Try it again.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Talk
Okay.
to me, Hector.
Yeah, my question is with regards, when you record the lecture, is it okay if you call on the student and say their first name, or is it preferably not to like identify them at all?
You can call on them and say their first name. I wouldn't say their last name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I wouldn't do. And if that's, and Hector, if that's how you run your classroom, where you call your student's name, then do that in the video. That's how you do it. But just don't say Quentin Robinson. Just say Quentin. Just say, Brother Quentin, talk to me. No.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, Hector. Thank you. Brother Christopher, how are you? Okay. And then and Christopher, thank you for asking that question. And I'll just make this clear for everyone. You're not bound to November 18th. I grabbed that date because I wanted us to have something to work towards. However, if you go look on the list, there are other dates. I think there's a December date. You can load up then, brother. You can drop it in the window anytime. So no, you're not going to be in any kind of trouble. There's no penalty or anything like that. I was just trying to get us all in together as a family. So if you don't get on the 18th, look on the list and drop it in another time, okay? No, right. Okay. And you know what? And Christopher, I hear you and I appreciate what you're saying, and it works for me. Okay, Daddy-O? Thank you, Brother Christopher. George, talk to me.
So I was wondering the same thing about the due date. Is
Okay.
there a specific reason why that date was picked? Like, do we need to get our results by a specific day? Or does that prevent us from going to second semester?
No,
Or
no,
what
no,
was the
no.
reason behind that?
You know, like I said, Brother George, I just picked a date. Maria and I, we secured a date so that, it kind of gave texture to this whole thing. If we were just working together loosely, then it just, that date gave us texture. It was a safe date. It gave us the whole month of October. It gave us a couple of weeks in November. It was a good time to allow you to get the work done. That's why we chose that date. However, I'll reiterate, dude, you can drop it in when you want. I mean, but the sooner you get this monkey off your back, the better.
Okay, because I personally was thinking, like, I'm bombarded with work and like with the classrooms that we're doing and all of our assignments and stuff. So I was considering taking Thanksgiving break to dedicate that week to finishing my TPA.
Okay,
and submitting
Daddy-O.
it after that. So
and I respect you, George, and you don't get any pushback from me.
Okay.
All right. And thank you again for your voice. It's always nice to hear from you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? Any other questions that anyone is having regarding this? And as you start to maybe think about that, I want you to all know I am at your disposal. Just send me an email. You all have my phone number. You can call me. I'm usually in my office. You can call me starting at 5 o'clock in the morning. And you can just hit me up and I'll just say, hey, what's up? And we'll talk and chat and I'll answer your questions. So anytime, just call me, send me an email, send me a text message, and I'll be happy to entertain your questions and help you sort of sort through all of this information, okay? Okay, Quentin, that's great. Oh, great, guys.
Thank you, Dr. Quentin.
Thank you.
I'm just being silly.
Thank you.
It's Friday and I'm a little punchy, so. But I just want you to know that we're here for you, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes in terms of engaging you in conversation so that I can help you better understand this process. All right. So unless there's anything else, I'm gonna release you to a cool weekend so that you can go do some trick-or-treating. I know you guys have costumes and you guys are going out to get some candy. Okay, nobody's laughing with me. Nicholas, is your hand up again?
Yeah, I just had a quick question, just I guess it's specifically for me, but just one last question about the standards that we were listing in our lesson plan template.
Okay.
Okay, so earlier I asked about our content specific standards. I mean, obviously, yeah, we need to put those in. For our lessons, are we obligated to also address any of the ELA Common Core standards? Or
are they applicable?
I haven't checked the standards yet because I wrote down I came up with my lesson and I checked which of the content standards they address.
Okay.
But I didn't have, because when I looked at the template, I didn't see anywhere to say, okay, also list your ELA Common Core standards. I just focused on the content standards, my content standards.
If you find them applicable, find a place to put them in there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best advice I can give you. And more is better than less. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, brother.
I think that was it. All right. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Ignacio?
Yeah, I have a question for me and the other ELD candidate right now. So I don't know if you want me to wait until after, but it's rather specific.
Okay, then why don't you hit me up? Why don't you hang back? Okay.
For sure.
Sweet. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today. Like I said, if anyone wants to hit me up, you know my email address. You all have my phone number. Text me, call me, email me, and I'm at your disposal. I am your humble servant. Okay. Anyway, it's very nice seeing everyone. Thank you for showing up. And there it is.
Yeah, I don't have any other questions to ask. Just wanted to say thank you for answering, and I'm looking forward to your response.
Okay, cool. You're awesome, Brendan. You have a nice weekend, okay, brother?
You as well. Happy Halloween.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Alejandra, I see your hand is up.